Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch King. Welcome to our first Q&A. A few days ago, I actually posted a question on my story where I asked you guys to ask me anything. Today, I'm gonna answer a few questions. Before we start the Q&A, I want to thank each one of you for the amount of support you're giving me on the YouTube channel, also Instagram. I really appreciate it. Let's also first do a wrist check. What am I wearing today? Because often guys are asking me, hey, what do you wear on a daily basis? So for the last days, it was actually my Konstantin Chaikin Joker watch. It's a piece unique, which I also reviewed on the channel. It has this beautiful time indication with the two eyes and also the moon phase at 6 o'clock. Also, a few of you guys asked me, what ring am I wearing? What I'm wearing is actually a custom ring with my Swiss Watch King logo on it, made in silver. It was made by my good friend Angus from Sydney. He has a shop down there, which is called IFLW Studios. I'm gonna put a link down below so you guys can check it out. Let's start with the first question. Oda-sama asked, will there be a Swiss Watch King limited edition watch? Believe it or not, this is a question I face, on a regular basis. I think in the future, I want to create a special watch. I don't know which brand yet, but I also don't know if I'm gonna, commercialize it. I definitely am interested in making piece unique watches for myself, but also I wouldn't mind a limited edition, maybe like a group buy of 5, 10, 20 pieces, depends on the price point, and also depends how many people would be up for it. But definitely, never say never. Übertreiber Martin asked, what is the thing spinning in the background of your set? If you refer to that thing back there, it's actually an Orbital watch winder. I have a few automatic watches. Currently, there's the Ming watch inside that I have, and I bought it on the website called IFLW watches. I'm gonna put the link down below so you guys can check it out. I have the walnut version, I think, which I really like, and visually, it just looks awesome. Face Down Fairs asked, Royal Oak or Nautilus? The big question. I think regarding that, I'm very, open. I love both brands. At the moment now, personally, in my, let's say, at my age, I tend more towards to, the AP, the design language. I used to have a 15300 ST with a black dial. I miss it a lot. Regarding Patek Philippe, I think at the moment for me, there's nothing in the collection I would, go for and wear it on a daily basis, because I think I don't associate myself with Patek Philippe yet. PT Sankt Hoshkumar asked, sorry if I pronounce this wrong, why do you always choose unusual watches like the recent Hublot Singapore Watch Club edition that I bought? So for me, I need to, emotionally, let's say, love a watch. So I need to, really feel that this is a watch that resonates with my values and also what I visually like. And also I like special watches, I don't want to wear a watch which everybody is wearing. It's also the type of watches you wear reflect who you are as a person, I think, as well. I think it's good to have, your mainstream pieces to, even out the collection, but don't be shy and not buy a special watch like an Uhrwerk or, for example, a micro brand or a small independent brand. Nikolai Tinglev asked, what is your favorite memory related to watches? So it would probably go back to this Omega Day-Date that I bought. It's actually from the 1970s. It's the first watch I bought which was mechanical, and the story goes as follows. I actually got the money from my grandmother. I borrowed 200 euros back then, that was in 2010, so I can purchase this watch. I still have the original dial that I got with it. When I came to Switzerland, I paid 1,000 Swiss francs for a revision, so a total, revision of the movement, so it's clean now. And I also got a new fresh dial, but I kept the old one. This is the beginning of my journey, basically. This Omega, I never wear it now. I just basically keep it as a, as a good memory. Watch on the Wrist asked, what will be your next watch? So, I don't know. Currently, I'm on a few waiting lists. One of the brands I'm waiting to hear from is AP. I got on the list for a few watches, and I'm also on the list with a few retailers for different models, not just AP. Due to this current situation in the market, I'm gonna probably hold off to buying something. but you never know. When the call comes, it's an instinct. You just go and pay and get the watch. But also, I wouldn't mind an independent watch brand below 5,000 Swiss francs, for example. Chakro Nassim asked, why did you decide to start a watch reviewing channel? So as I explained in my story video, which I posted when I launched the channel, from the get-go, I wanted to make a YouTube channel, but I lacked the expertise and also the resources to do so. Because the quality of my channel has to be at a high level, I do photography myself, which you can see on my Instagram channel. So I think the videos have to reflect that same level. So until I had this opportunity, I basically, postponed and waited. And now that I have this chance, I'm gonna double down on this, venture and show you guys what I usually see on a daily basis, which is incredible watches. Horological Marvel asked, when did you fall in love with watches and what inspired you to pursue this career? So I fell in love with watches in 2010 when I saw my grandmother's watch. Like, I opened the watch and I saw the case back. It was a very cheap movement, probably from the 60s. Like a Soviet, era watch, nothing special. But I just love the mechanics and the ticking, of the balance wheel. And then, I just spiraled into this rabbit hole, and I learned about Uhrwerk, MBNF, AP, Vacheron Breguet, and then I never stopped since then, basically, What inspired me to pursue this career also is, I'm a person who, if I want to achieve something in my life, I just go for it. What's the worst that can happen? So if you like watches, try to make a career out of it, Just do your best, Try to find a way where you can, actually give back to the market and make yourself valuable. And then, the market will return what you give. Spanish Rob asked, what current watch models do you think will be icons in the future? We can play this guessing game all day long. I think, icons, when I'm very old, we're gonna be able to gauge, okay, this is now an icon. I think the Bulgari Octo Finissimo is a really good watch, has this potential. Apart from that, I think Akrivia is doing a great job, But also, you see, we are at this point now where, independent watch brands, for example, which are 10 years old, 20 years old, some of them, like Uhrwerk, for example, are slowly becoming icons. So I think we're in this transitional phase now, where watches from the year 2000 are becoming icons, So I think it's coming. Which models will be there? I don't really know. I can't foresee that, unfortunately. Riyad Rasimi asked, I'm from Zurich. Where can I meet you and talk about watches? So Riyad, due to the current situation, I think we're gonna have to wait until the restaurants and bars open up again. I think I'm gonna also, create a get-together in the future, because I have a few fellow enthusiasts in Zurich as well. There is also Red Bar, which I attended once, and I think there's always some small clubs popping up. But definitely, once everything settles down, I'm gonna hit you up. Swiss Giant asked, how will Indy brands suffer from the current global situation? I think the current situation is making all of us reinvent ourselves, So the small independent brands, I think, are at an advantage because they don't have sometimes that many distribution networks. And also, they have small budget from the beginning. So what do? They open up their social media accounts, their YouTube channels, their online communication. So I think that is also a very big plus for them, because they have this, which a local retailer sometimes doesn't have or is very late to catch on. But also I think they will have to focus on customer service now. And also just maybe, a few brands will just stop existing and we go into bankruptcy. It's very unfortunate, but I think it's in times like these, it's also a bit necessary maybe, because you have brands which were dragging on for years and didn't reinvent themselves and didn't offer anything special, and because of this situation they will basically have to shut down their doors. It's not good for the employees, but I think for the market and the future, it's a necessary evil. Loyopedia asked, I love and primarily collect interesting chronographs. What are your top 3? So I also love chronographs. Currently, I have none, but that's because I'm saving up for a special one, which I might purchase next year. So my top 3, let's say I'm gonna basically tell you which ones I'm searching for, or like, you know, looking at the prices on Chrono24. So top 1 is definitely Lang & Söhne 1815 chronograph or a datograph, but you know, regarding wearability, I prefer the 1815. My top 2 would be, let's say, the Vacheron Constantin 1955 Corne de Vache. And then the third one would be an older model, which is actually completely different from the first and the second choice. It's an AP Survivor, so AP Royal Oak Survivor watch with those beautiful, you know, guards which protect the pushers. It's a huge watch, but I just love it. SK.Watchmaker asked, do you prefer metal bracelets or straps, and also light or heavyweight watches? So for me, if you watched my watch reviews, I never wear a metal bracelet. So far, I'm just not a fan. The only metal bracelet watch I have and I wear is a 1982 Cartier Santos that I have, but that's a very small watch, so the bracelet feels like nothing. Usually I prefer straps, or I make, you know, custom straps like this Velcro on my Joker now, for example. And regarding light or heavyweight watches, in the past, I liked heavyweight watches. Nowadays, I prefer light watches. I love titanium, I love carbon. I just prefer to wear them. Our friend Mark Schwartz at World Swiss asked, what is the driving vision of Swiss Watch Gang? First of all, I want to tell you guys, check out the review we made of his watch, the V1 Plus CTI, carbon titanium. It's really cool. Now to the question, you know, Swiss Watch Gang's vision is actually to showcase what I see, you know. I want to show you guys which watches do I work with, what is new in the watch industry as well, and also just give you a glance of, you know, a window to experiencing all these crazy timepieces. That's basically it. It's a very pure vision. The goal is to grow and also to, you know, grow the team, but you know, baby steps, one day at a time. Miloš Radović asked, what is your secret holy grail watch? Tricky question, Miloš. Again, I think the Lang & Söhne 1815 chronograph is something that I really like. It's actually, you know, affordable, okay? It's not in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know, range. But I think, you know, holy grail would be probably, you know, my own design. You know, I would love to create a watch with, let's say, Lang & Söhne. You know, it's an idea which will probably never happen because of their policies. Or also I would love to own a special watch from a big independent, you know. Which one that is, it's really hard to tell you, you know. This is the most difficult question you can ask a watch enthusiast, I think, because the opinion changes, you know, with every week, basically. Thank you for sending all the questions in. I wish I could answer all of them. Leave a comment down below and we can also, you know, do a little Q&A there. But also follow my Instagram page. I will post these questions frequently now. Maybe next time I'll choose yours. Thank you for watching, stay safe and see you soon.